Please close your eyes for a few minutes. Just keep your eyes closed. So please see the truth of the statements I'm sharing with you. As you have been seeing, ask yourself the question. The moment you close your eyes, where are you? When you open your eyes, and a man who is walking around, if you ask him, where is he? Without any batting the eyelid, he shall say, he is in ashram or in Madras. Same person, you ask him to close the eyes and ask him, where are you? Immediately he shall also respond with my thoughts, my memories. Please see the difference in the statements. The same person with eyes open say he is in Madras. Same person with eyes closed, he says he is at the level of the thought. With his memories, which one is the truth? Neither of the statements is true, nor is it false. With the eyes open, as a part of the perceptible physical universe, your body is on a spot. It can be, you can say it is in Madras, or in India, in Earth, in the solar system or the universe. It depends. The moment you close your eyes, from the standpoint of your inner landscape, you are with your thoughts. But both the statements are false. From another standpoint, to know that you are at the level of the thought, you have to be conscious. If there are no thoughts, and if I ask you, please see this, where are you? If there are no thoughts, what shall you say? You can't use the word, I am with the memories. memories are like floating clouds in space. There is no chronological linear dimension to it. Your memories do not flow with a definite chronology. Anytime, any thought can come. The thought belonging to years and years past, or you can project it into future. But in case there are times there is no thought, what shall you say? Where are you? You are one with yourself. Call it self-awareness, consciousness. Every one of us is in the same dimension, instantaneous, immediate, and the most beautiful part of it is effortless. To be in Madras, you have to come to Madras. To be in Himalayas, you have to travel. To be in Alaska, you travel. To be within memory, you have to wait for that memory to flash. The thoughts keep changing. To be with a particular thought, you have to invoke it. To be conscious, to be the consciousness, there is no limitation of time and space. You don't have to travel in space to be with yourself. Whatever the body is, whatever the spot in the universe, you are conscious. Same way, if your thought, please see. If your thought reminds you of the time gone by, childhood, youth, college days, when you're an adult, or you're looking into future in time, the thought will remind you that. And you don't have to have a thought to be conscious. To have a thought, please listen. To have a thought, you have to be conscious. But to be conscious, to be the consciousness, no thought is needed. Something, friends. To be who you are, you don't need a thought. With every thought, there will be change of roles. But listen to the thought of your father, a son or a daughter. If the thought comes about a childhood body, you are a child. relation to a profession. You are a professional. Some painful memories, you are miserable. Some funny, hilarious moment, you are smiling. But who you are, listen carefully. The thoughts keep changing, but who you are doesn't have to change with the thoughts. It's your choice. So the moment you close your eyes and see the beauty of your friends, the simplicity, the immediacy of the vision, the nature of your own self. The eyes open when somebody asks you, where are you? You name the place you are standing on. ASHTAVAKRA. The same person with eyes closed when asked, where are you? Is the thought. What it means is, whatever you perceive, you consider yourself to be there. With eyes open, you see the world, so you think you are there. With eyes closed, you are conscious of your thought. You think you are there. Even to see the world, listen carefully and be that. Even to see the world, you have to be conscious. But when the eyes perceive, you see the world, at that time you are not aware of your eyes. As even now, by listening to me, you listen. Whatever I say, you listen to with your ears. But you are not aware of your ears. You are aware of the words, but not the ears that report it. Same way, you are aware of the place, but not the eyes, which reports it. And when you close your eyes, you shift from your perception to your thoughts. Where are you? You are at the level of the thought. Ask yourself, where you are, do you see this clearly? Where you are, where you are, is it what you see or who you are? Average person. When I ask the question, where you are, he begins, listen please, with what the eyes see, the world, or what you are conscious of. But to be conscious of the thought and to perceive with your eyes, first you must be in consciousness. Where you are is always where you are, consciousness. What you are conscious of goes on changing. The thoughts keep changing. Perception keeps changing. The body is mobile. Time changes, seasons change, the place changes. If you stand on the same spot, listen carefully. If you stand on the same spot, let us say for 1 year, what all things might have changed around you? Your body has grown old by 1 year. Surrounding world has changed. Jungle might come up, trees might be cut, new buildings, new road, new structures. People around might have changed, disappeared, new people come. Many memories you might have picked up, forgotten, but you remain the same. Your focus is not in who we are or where you are, which is changeless. Our focus always in the changing universe. Nothing wrong, friends. Focusing on the changing universe, changing landscape, changing body, aging sense organs, changing mind. You have to live in the world. But focusing on yourself, who you are, you remain absolutely stable, unaffected by everything that happens, that changes. You can choose to live with the changes. No more. The changes have the capacity to overwhelm you. So your sense of being, listen carefully. The moment you close your eyes, see for yourself. Ask yourself, where are you? Ultimately, the beauty of the whole understanding insight about yourself is, please listen, where you are and who you are one and the same. Even when you are, where you are and who you are, one and the same. You don't change with time, a timeless existence. You don't change with the space, a space-free existence. So who you are, Desha, Kala, Vastu, Aparichinna. No limits of time, place and objectivity. Times change. You are a timeless existence. Your body can move from place to place. Your body itself can age. Your sense organs aging and changing. Memory shall continuously fade away and can be added to. the roles in your life. Every perception is a role. With eyes you are a seer, with ears you are a listener, with a tongue you are a taster, with a touch you are a toucher, with smell you can be a smeller. Just use these words. The roles are changing. Childhood makes you a child. The youthful body makes you young. The adult body makes you adult. Old body makes you old. In fact, nothing changes you from the changeless, ageless existence. Body changes, sense organs age, perceptions vary, and therefore memories keep changing. And through this changing, aging, body and mind, you are ageless, changeless awareness. See that, my friends, who you are and where you are, inseparable. Who you are and when in time you are, inseparable. A timeless existence. As you stay with yourself, as you are with yourself, the dawn can yield place to dusk. The day shall move into night. Seasons shall change. You remain the same. The body can change from childhood to youth to old age. You remain the same. From no memories to few memories to a lot of memories to fading memories, you are still the same. See the beauty, friends. Who you are doesn't crave for a thought to be, nor it resists any memory. See that. Consciousness, the self that you are, in whose presence you are aware of everything in this universe. What all you are aware of is in the realm of change. Like the space doesn't resist the presence of a massive cloud. The space doesn't crave for the presence of a cloud. Clouds pass, come and go. Same way in yourself. Chidambara, space that is consciousness. Consciousness that is like space, whichever way you like. It doesn't crave for the clouds of thoughts or memories to pass, nor it resists the arrivals. It doesn't crave for the condition of the body, nor it resists the aging body. It doesn't crave for a world to remain static, nor it resists the changing nature of the universe. The cravings and resistance, as we saw, belongs to the I thought. See that. I resist. What is this I? Just another thought. Which your name is not you. Your sense of being doesn't need a name. If you want to adopt a name or give it a name, name it I, functional. Please see the difference, friends. As you sit down for some time, you may not perceive the aging body. In 1 hour, 2 hours, you may not mark the aging body. But hunger comes in, thirst comes in. Please see this. The hunger, the early hint of hunger comes, but thirst begins. You are conscious. Long before, in your mind, a thought comes, I am hungry. I am thirsty. Please see this. Because of the thought, I am thirsty, the thirst doesn't begin. Because of the thought, I am hungry, the hunger doesn't begin. In that statement, I am thirst or thirsty. I am hunger or hungry. Two things are there. Hunger is a condition of the body that the body doesn't resist. Thirst is a condition of the body doesn't resist. I is a name given to the nameless. Without an I, the name, you are there. Your sense of being doesn't need a name. Please see the dimensions. Hunger doesn't resist hunger or crave for itself. Hunger is a condition. Thirst is a condition. You are conscious of consciousness, always there, unlike hunger and thirst which comes and goes. Consciousness doesn't pass into unconsciousness. You are always conscious, and you don't have to say I. So please see, as you sit down, with your eyes closed, as much conscious as even with your eyes open. With eyes open, you are conscious of the world. With eyes closed, you are conscious of the memories of the world. In absence of the memories, you are still conscious. So yours, as we saw last time, is an unconditioned, unconditionable existence. Always remains the same. So you stay there, you are with yourself. In few hours' time, the hint of hunger begins. Consciousness doesn't cause it. It's a natural condition of the body. You don't have to own it or disown it. You are conscious. Consciously you can satisfy the condition. Hunger comes, need to be satisfied. With what? With any food. You can just satisfy your hunger. With some activity, pick up something, satisfy your hunger. Still conscious. No happiness or unhappiness. Hunger comes little discomfort, not unhappiness. Take the food, it is comfortable. You are still conscious. But when the I thought comes and says, I am hungry, it resists the hunger. Or you'd like to pick up a certain type of food. So the thought persecutes. If that food is not available, what your thoughts bring in, what your thoughts project, then you can eat something else. Your hunger is satisfied, but you are unhappy inside. So the I thought resists the type of food that is available and craves for something else. Stomach doesn't resist, nor the consciousness. I thought resists and craves. You can see the whole mechanism. If you understand this much, you can have the simple living and high thinking. Choose to have high living, use your thoughts, discover things, explore the possibilities in the universe to make life more comfortable, but not happier. You are always fulfilled, happy with yourself being who you are, where you are, all times. You can live in a simple condition. Don't have to work too much for it. You want the comforts of highest kind, work for it. Happily work for it. There shall be no emotional complications. Listen, please. No sense of frustration, disappointment, misery, pain, fear, anxiety. Is who you are, always in meditation. So see that, friends, as you sit down. The hunger comes, thirst comes. There is no resistance to it, nor a craving for it. And the thought comes, suggestion comes, what to drink, what to eat. Again, you as awareness have no craving for those thoughts or resistance to the thoughts. Suggestions are there. If your I thought means ignorance, you shall go crazy with every thought. If your I is the embodiment of wisdom, it shall use the thought suggested, but never a victim of the thought. When the I is the embodiment of ignorance, stuck on one role or the other, feels frustrated, a prisoner of his own thought. Nothing shall release you. When you tie yourself down, nobody can make you free. When you see yourself who you are, nothing or nobody can bind you. The space cannot be tied down, buried, burnt, drowned, cut. Search yourself who you are. Nothing can touch it. The space doesn't bind it. The time doesn't limit it. So where you are and who you are, one and the same. Always in meditation. See that, friends, and I hope after listening to these classes, you have been seeing it for yourself, you know. It's so important that you see it for yourself. Just to read these verses and see the, as I told you, each one of these verses, what can I say? It's like infinity held in the lap of finite. So finite gains a beauty. The name cannot reveal the nameless, but in the name there is a nameless content. Just think. Just like you have in a word, how much meaning is there? Just a word, how powerful it is. People feel offended, affected, overwhelmed, hurt and scarred for life. Just a word. Yet there is another word which completely releases you. So it completely depends on you. Don't depend on words, perceptions, thoughts. So let us see this, okay? Just read this. Yeah, before that I want to tell you something today, very exciting. You know, many times in our classes, I have told you about this head transplantation. Ganesha is the first case of head transplantation. So sometimes we thought maybe mythological, it may be, may not be, but somebody has thought over it like a theoretical physics, you know, some type of theorization, nothing wrong. These things like a science fiction, you can have it, nothing wrong. Maybe one day it will be reality. Yesterday I saw this news reports, I thought I'd tell it. First head transplant. Can you beat it? Think. A Russian computer scientist with a rare genetic muscle wasting disease is said to become the first person in the world to have his head transplanted into a healthy donor body. The doctor is from Italy. He has already, I don't want to read the whole thing, you can read it later on. The doctor is from Italy and he has already kept 130 helpers, 150, start of 150 that will carry out, help him out in this 36-hour operation. The American government, they have approached the American Neuroscience Association. They have asked them, if they say no, they are going to do it in China. Now think, and this man is waiting for a donor body because his head will be cut and put on a donor body. I am not here to tell you, did I not say so? What I was going to tell you was possibilities. Possibilities we should never, never dismiss. Who told you, and we have been told enough number of times, just get money, you'll be all right. Get job, you'll be fine. Our life is misery. Man is mortal. Why can't we say man is immortal? What is wrong in thinking that? Why can't we say you are the absolute happiness, the joy? Infinity. Because possibilities are infinite. Why should we completely dismiss or reject that very possibility? Possibility means what? You understand the point? Possibility means what? Possibility has no limits. So why shall we be Only with the 10 rupees or 10 million rupees, or a little bit of security. Why not absolute security, absolute freedom, absolute fulfillment? Why not? You dare to dream and you achieve. Why? The best part of it is already there. It's no big deal. That is why the Upanishads are so beautiful. Understanding about yourself fulfills you, complete. You can fulfill a relative dream. After that, next. The changing is very important and very interesting, not important, very interesting. But once you get it, mind is tired. Next. I don't have a job, I wish I only have a job. Got it? Better job. Got it? Better facilities. Better work. Only manager? Why not managing director? Only managing director? Why the owner of the factory? Only one factory? No, monopoly. Or all over the world. Never ending. It's natural. Person should find it ultimately. Same way. If I can be happy for a moment, why not for all times to come? They do tell us, you dare to dream. They do tell us. And what should you dream? Only few little things here and there. No. That's also necessary. Listen please, that is also necessary. Because a person who is dying of starvation cannot dream of immortality. He should dream of survival. Once you survive, just don't survive. I have to survive for all times to come. And friends, in a human society, we are not all at the same level. Provide the person who is in the lesser privileges chance to dream little bigger. And the person who has already achieved certain things, help him to go beyond. There is no limit. Understand? There is only limit in one place. There is only limit to the limitless. Because finished. It can't expand further. There is a limit only to happiness. But for object of happiness, there is no limit. Understand? There is a limit to the happiness, because after happiness what? After fulfillment what? After immortality what? After all pervasiveness what? After all pervasiveness where? In time you are all pervasive, in space you are all pervasive. After that where? But sensation, no limits. How many things you can see? No limits. How many things you can hear? No limits. Touch, taste, smell, sight, no limits. That is why if you want to find fulfillment in the limited thing, it becomes a never-ending proposal. It's a never-ending proposition. Why? You see how crazy you have become, no? And your childhood, if this is radio, it was a big thing. And that big radio, it's like a trunk, big box. Slowly it became small radio. Then, what came? What is that one? Tape recorder. Then radio and tape recorder, 2 in 1. Then TV, 3 in 1, 4 in 1. Now what is happened? It's all gone. In one small little stupid cell phone, everything is there. What is the limit? If you want to be the latest, you will be always frustrated, because your latest today is tomorrow is old. I5, I6, I7, I10. Just think of it. Get stuck on that. All in the name of perfecting ourselves, in the name of making ourselves more progressive, more greater achievement. No, somewhere it has to stop. What should stop? Looking for happiness in the sensation. Sensation should not stop, cannot stop. Search for happiness cannot stop until you find it. So, once you see about yourself who you are, thereafter, happily look for it. Why? Never ending, no. Sensations are never ending. Perfection never ending. Physical body, think of it. Immortality is once for all. Mortality, maintenance of mortality is never ending. No, everybody is immortal, everybody happy with himself. Why should take care of the body? Don't be stupid. You can be the wiser than the wisest. But your physical body goes through pain of cancer, hunger, disease. Don't tell people meditate, meditate, meditate. Yeah, that's true. I can counteract that. But why not? I am in meditation, body also is healthy. That is why it can be, you understand the limits. It has no limit. To make your physical body in a perfect condition. But in spite of your trying the best possible way, head transplantation, okay, the man lives. Liver transplantation, heart transplantation, then bone marrow transplantation. So total new body in the new, old engine, new body. New body, old, new engine. The body remains old, same fellow, but everything is there. Now when you have head transplantation, we are doing it, like that is there. No, the face is like that, or somebody else's body is there. But even then, at one time, it has to come to an end. Rama is the incarnation, passed away. Krishna is incarnation, passed away. And that full life was what? Kabhi khushi, kabhi gam. Sometimes misery, sometimes pain. The Rama was not that he was always happy always in the palace. He was also sent to 14 years to the forest. Pandavas, so many years. Krishna, born in one place, hanging around in the rest of the place. He never stayed in where he is. Just think of that. That's what life is all about. Everybody doesn't worship Rama. Somebody, how much? There are people, they say Ravana is greater than Rama. You have an argument, you have a debate, you shall see. Duryodhana is better than Yudhishthira. There is always a viewpoint. You can't change it. Always there is a viewpoint, different types of viewpoint, and sometimes it will sound atrocious to average person, atrocious. But there are people, and you can't tell them, you should not think like that. What do you mean, you should not think like that? The thought comes. To a questioning mind, you can't say, you should not think like that. But you should not think like that. The thought comes, resolve. Resolve the thought, resolve the question, resolve the questioner. It's never ending. So, this one when I saw, I was so pleased, so beautiful. If this much, and it's so nice to be so open in the realm of the relative, same way. Why should we stop? If you want the same head in another body, same wisdom, consciousness, in every thought transplanted, in every condition of the body transplanted. Meaning what? How beautiful. Infinity, infinity, infinity. And such a person, how he behaves. Please read the last two verses. We shall move on to the next chapter also. Please read today. Because we had seen it last class a little bit, just a little bit more and go on. Verse 99, please. Na priyate vandyamana Nindyamano na kopyati Naivodbijati marane Jivane navinandati Nadavati janakirnam Naranyam upashantadi Yatha tatha yatra tatra Samayeva vatisthate Na priyate vandyamana Nindyamano na kopyati Naivodvijati marane Jivane navinandati Nadhavati janakirnam Naranyam upashantati Yatha tatha yatra tatra Samayeva vatisthate. It's an amazing line. Bandhyamanana priyate, being adored by people, being worshipped, being recognized, being appreciated. The person doesn't go through some type of euphoria, elation. So many people are now recognizing me. Nindyamano na kupyati, disgraced, disrespected, criticized, pulled down, censured, vilified. Na kupyati doesn't have a hint of frustration, anger within himself. Why is it like that? How is it possible? One thing is possible, perhaps, priyate, vandyamana na priyate. Being worshipped, recognized, appreciated, the person doesn't feel great. That most people can do. Why? Anyway, encomium has already come. So what is there to feel? What is there to? Even if you say, it's okay, I mean, I don't deserve it. And, some people do that. Like sometimes, especially in meetings, you shall see the guest speakers when they have come, the guests at the evening, they come, the organizers will say, oh, he's such a wonderful man, he's such a great person. Then the great speaker has to get up and say, I don't deserve it. What are they saying? You don't deserve it, get down and go. Why are you standing? The fellow says, because he has already received his quota of admiration. So now he can very generous, very expansive to say, I don't deserve it. You can see that. But Nindyamane pina kupyati, adurumbaraya. When slandered, when disgraced, when criticized, when pulled down, not many people can say, it doesn't matter. No, it matters. Why? I am not that. So you have a relative identity. I am not that. Meaning, I am something which is not that. Only when you know I am this and that, then only you shall be free. Just before that, that particular verse was there. Na jivati marane, such a person, yes. Right. Next line. What is this? Next line. Nodvijati marane jivane na avinandati. Marane na udvijati. When there is jivite na avinandati. Jivane, when the living, when he is alive, doesn't congratulate himself or doesn't feel very happy, comfortable, satisfied with it. Marane na udvijati. When the death comes, there is no anxiety. This jivana and marana, listen carefully. The first line, vandyamana, jivana. Pidyamana, nindyamana, marana. When somebody is praising you, appreciating you, it's like giving life to you. When somebody is hitting you, disrespecting you, it's like taking away your life. Listen carefully. Why people love to be told, you are so kind, even if you are not. You say, you are so kind, you are so nice, you are so sensitive. Everybody feels great about it. Even when it is true, you are stupid, you are cruel, you are miserable. If you tell that fellow, you say, no, I am not cruel. Really? When you are stuck with one role or the other, there shall be resistance or craving. In fact, that is not a right statement. The right statement is, if ever there is any hint of resistance in you, you have not understood. If there is any hint of craving inside you, that people should talk like this to me, you don't understand. Because your estimation of yourself now is dependent upon other people's recognition of you. It's a huge disaster. Listen carefully. It's a huge disaster. If you have, listen carefully, if you have a little craving, you can't escape disappointment. In other words, if there is a disappointment, however much you may say, you have the craving. Are you getting that? If you have the disappointment, and if you have a sense of euphoria, that means you have a sense of craving, that everybody should tell like this to me. What do you say? How do people say? Forget people. How the average person speaks? Oh, God is so great. Why suddenly God is so great? Because the money you wanted, you got. The lottery you wanted, you got. The man you wanted came to your life. The woman you got, came to your life. The disease you don't want did not come. Therefore, God is so great. Now suddenly, a man runs away from your life, woman runs away from life, the job is lost, your bank is, your cyber attack, your account is hacked. How do you say? There is no God. There is no justice in this world. True. So all depends upon where you are hit. So if you feel hit, listen carefully, if you feel hit, you are there, like space. To the space, you can throw stones. Will the space get hit? Blast a bomb. Will the space be blasted? But Mr. Space will be blasted. Mr. Space will be hit. Mr. Space will be hit. In embodiment will be hit. Disembodied never gets hit. Wisdom, disembodied. That's yourself, who you are. Embodiment is I. If there is an embodiment, that gets hit. Unconsciously, you drag it onto yourself. Therefore, ask yourself a question, please. Don't say, why the other person is talking like that? No. Question to be asked is, I've told you so many times, the question to be asked is not why they are saying like that, but why am I reacting like that? What creates problem for you? Other people's speech, other people's commentaries, or your reaction to it? Listen carefully. Good appreciations, wonderful talks about you. Ah, so nice. The person is not in a good mood. He feels cheated by you, or feels cheated by his own dreams and ambitions, and he starts talking nonsense about you. How do you feel? Oh, why is he talking like that? It's not why the other person is talking like that. Why am I feeling like that? So when you recognize about yourself, then what happens? Jivana and Marana. Listen. Whether the body is alive, excellent. Body is going to die. It has done its job. People appreciate, fantastic. Cannot appreciate, that is their limitation. not my limitation. Are you getting that point? You are absolutely a fantastic person. Imagine a situation. A person was thrown into a camp, in like a big concentration camp, let us say. Not concentration, let's say it's a campsite, okay? Where hundreds and thousands of people have been put there together. They have been brought in and thrown into that space. And they say, you can't cross this limit, okay? You can't cross this limit. Listen carefully. You can't cross this limit, and limit is, let's say, 100 kilometers or 10 kilometers, so it doesn't matter. Some people are in that way, and you can't cross it. Like an open air jail, okay? Let's say an open air jail. You are there. So one person was put into there. When he goes there, he discovers, for some time he stays there, and he discovers, in that the community, everybody is a prisoner. When you are thrown into that, everybody is a prisoner. In open air prison, no, everybody is a prisoner. But suddenly discover there are so many groups. Some are vegetarian group, some are non-vegetarian group, some are black group, some are white group, some are brown group. Then some people are into poetry, some people into discussing music, some people like movies, there are some other people very religious, and there are some people revolting against it, that why are we put there? So many people are revolting against it, fighting it. Then once in a while there will be a lot of fight between the two groups. Some will die, guards will change, but every time some nonsense or other happens. This man said, what shall I do? It seems to be such a huge confusion here. Then he sees one person there who is very comfortably sitting down in one side, one place. I mean, he doesn't participate with anybody, and he just moves around. This man goes to him and says, what is that? How come when everybody is busy fighting and all this, you are like this sitting down here? He said, yes, don't join the group. He asked him, listen carefully, don't join the group. Why don't you think of your freedom? Because you consider yourself that you are thrown into a prison, that you are a prisoner, that you are bound, you have started working from that assumption. That I am in the prison, I am a prisoner, and I look for freedom. So from that assumption, you start working. Then, since I am a prisoner, I am bound, I should be free. What shall make me free? Singing for 1 hour every day will make me free. That one group. Eating good food will make us free. That is another group. One room with 2 windows will make us free. That is another group. Some other are religious people. They will be romanticized on what was before and what will be after, what will come afterwards. Therefore, let us sing the glory of somebody and all that stuff. That is another group. Other fellow says, no, you hold your nose or stand on your tail, on a head or whatever it is, then you shall be all right. Different groups are struggling to somehow manage the prison. But nobody thinking of the freedom itself. Freedom itself is unconditioned. It is not 1 room, 2 room, music or dance, art or poetry, revolution or devolution. Freedom is not a condition. And once you see it for yourself, the same camp becomes what? A free site. Because there are no limits. You are putting limits to yourself. Think of this. In this world, what is the limit for us? Who has put the limit? Whole vast creation. How much can you travel? Because no, there is visa, passport, we'll talk about that, okay? There is some limits. Forget that. In this 100,000 square kilometer in India, suppose you are here, are you feeling free? No. So just by crossing that border, how are you going to feel free? In your home, are you tied? And if you are tied down, who is tying you down? Suddenly, I remember a story long back I told. You see, there are three fellows. One, again, as I told you, if I tell about the American, Indian, all Americans are like that, so Americans will sue you. Indians will sue you, and okay, three people. Make it little. Just to make it interesting, just make it three people, okay? One, there was a construction site, and there are three people there. They are working. So they are all working, and then every day, if you make the story very simple, it's very simple also you can make. Simple story is this. One fellow was working in an office. So every day he will bring some food for lunch. He opens that thing, then tells to himself, same lunch. Then one friend listens to his complaint and then says, what is this? Why are you doing the same thing? Every day, same lunch. He says, why don't you ask your wife or anybody who is helping? If it's a wife also, now it is against woman. Oh boy. So then all the wives will say, so what is the wives are on the cooking? Huh? Sorry. Okay, anyway. So, you understand the whole thing has changed now. You don't know what to say anymore. Only truth, forget it. After nothing else. Anyway, so you see, you are not, why you don't have a wife to do or I am not married. So if you are not married, you are cooking, you are bringing your own food. Yes, then why don't you change? That would be the same story in three different ways. The British worker, American worker, Indian Sardar worker. In a website, in a construction site, not website, in a construction site. So now, these three fellows will go, lunchtime, they'll all three down and eat together. So the American fellow opens up and says, oh, same burger. British fellow opens up and he says, same sandwich. The Sardar opens up and he says, same chana aloo, roti chana. Then all the three friends decided, after a lot of complaining, the three decided, tomorrow, if it is again the same nonsense, we will commit suicide. So all the three came for the work, and then next day, lunchtime they opened it. American, same burger. British fellow, same sandwich. Sardar, same aloo chana. Then all the three committed suicide. And all the three committed suicide. It was a big thing for the factory, for the office. So immediately their spouses were called. And sir, this had happened. What is the story is like this? They were complaining. What is the problem? Why did they commit suicide? They have written down, same lunch was there for last so many days. Then the American wife said, if he was so tired of it, he would have told me. I would have changed it. The British wife said, if she was tired of these sandwiches, she would have told me, I would have changed it. The Sardar's wife said, but he makes his own. But he makes his own lunch packet. So now you see, think of it. Now if you make your life miserable, who can fix it? Think of this, friends. People might have given you thoughts. Listen carefully. People might have given you thoughts, have given us training, giving us suggestions, so-called values, so-called education, learning and everything. But ultimately, who is using it? You are using it, right? So what is helplessness? Helplessness is not only they have given me the ideas, but also given me an identity. That is the mistake, problem. They have given me the idea, this is how the doctor should be, this is how the chartered accountant should be, this is how the professor should be, this is how the professional should be, this is how the young people should behave, this is how the old people should behave. So you have a definite, yes and definite expectation. As a result, what happens? The individual now making his own life totally miserable. So therefore the absolute need is to recognize about, to understand about himself as to who he is, and no more to see yourself through a particular role or the other. No more to see yourself through one particular role or the other, but understanding your nature as to who. Because ultimately you are goofing up your life. Can you accept that? As long as you are thinking, people are goofing, my husband is like that, my wife is like that, my husband is like that, my father is like that, my mother is like that, my people are like that, my office is like that, my government is like that, my religion is like that. God, it will be so tiring. Who is talking about it? I am talking about it. And the same I, listen carefully, the same I, when it feeling comfortable within a particular role, my father is very nice. Then suddenly my father become an enemy. Because of my college teacher, today I am in a position in which I am in. Then how come when you say about the religion or about another person, another friend, he only introduced me to the liquor or the drugs. So wherever it is comfortable, you are taking the credit. Where it is not comfortable, you are passing on the credit. That is the mistake. Are you getting that point, please? Somewhere down the line, the I who takes the credit, Jivane avinandati, and enjoys. Marane udvijati, when something disastrous happens, there is anxiety. Please know, just like the outside weather, the summer does not feel the scorching heat. I feel it. The winter doesn't feel the freezing cold. I feel it. The spring breeze doesn't feel the beauty of the springtime. I feel it. So it is me, the I, the individual, please. It is I, the individual, who interprets. Body doesn't enjoy the youth. Body is not suffering the old age. I was young, it was so nice. Now I am old. So that means I have changed. You understand the statement? It's a very powerful thing. When I was young, it was so fantastic. When I was a millionaire, it was so wonderful. Now I am old. You understand? How this I unconsciously changing with the changing body, changing status, changing mind, changing world. That is why if there is a hint of resistance, hint of sorrow, hint of pain in your life, you are not aware of yourself. Everywhere you listen to that story, you know, what I was and who I am now. I was when I was young. So now you are old, huh? So we are not ageless. When I was poor, it was like that. Now I am rich. So arrogance. I was rich, now I am poor. Frustration. All these ups and downs doesn't happen with the changing conditions. It happens with the changing I. So who is responsible for it? Think. Who is responsible? Are you responsible for your growing body? Are you responsible for your old age? As much you are not responsible for your own birth, that much you are not responsible for your own growth of the physical body. Body grows. Some food you dump, body will grow. That is why you may be a multi-millionaire, but you can be 4 feet 2. You may be born in a ghetto, 7 feet 4, playing basketball. Where from you got it? Your contribution, huh? Your father's contribution, mother's contribution, genetic contribution. Same thing doesn't happen in the mind. Mind you have to push. You have to push. You have to learn, you have to pick up. Professor's child is not a professor. A farmer's child is not remaining on that particular level, only knowing about the seed and the tree. No, he can be a top scientist also. Depends on what type of mind, what type of growth you are given to the mind. Listen carefully, please. But when the I comes in all these, remember that ahankar, I thought. Is one thought which drives everybody, everything crazy. You give it riches, it can still feel poor. Give him poverty, it can still feel fantastic. Because the I has that capacity. So the ahankar, when you see the meaning of this word, only one word, I, such a person, na udvijati marane, when the body is going to pass out, and long before your death happens at the level of the body, you can die 1,000 deaths in the relative world. Friendship, death of a friendship, death of a relationship, death of a job, death of a position, death of money, death of an image, death of what? Any type of, every moment we are facing death, right or wrong? Are you facing death or facing life? Both sides are correct, right? The beauty of it is, the day and night don't feel they are passing. We think they are passing. Are you getting that point? The body doesn't feel young or old. I feel young or old. So which one you should, if at all you want to keep anything under control, which one you should do that? The physical body or yourself? Please see. Once you see that, Nadav Sacheparna, thereafter, happy with himself at any time, any place, in any condition. Dharnadavati Jana Kirnam doesn't run for a crowd. Na aranyam upasantadi, nor he runs for isolation. There are many people tired of isolation, loneliness, go for crowd. There are many people tired of crowd, go for isolation. Physically, mentally, both way. Listen carefully. You are living in a city full of crowd, honking and electricity, high voltage light, traffic. You want to go to Himalayas. The person living in Himalayas wants to come to Delhi. Because so long is there only under trees and rocks and trees and rock and trees and rock. So he wants to come there. The fellow feels lonely there and he comes to Delhi. The Delhi fellow wants to go to Himalayas. That is how people do that. Next. Listen carefully. Same way, mind. Your mind is jumping, tiring. Job, 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 morning get up, job, son, father, mother, husband, wife, job, No, holiday. 8 days holidays. Where shall I go? Some island, Alaska, Amazon, Himalayas, something somewhere. Mauritius. Right, after 7 days, tired. Nothing to do. Go back home. So what happened? You see that? You go there for 7 days holidays. So tired of mental engagements, you go into total holiday mode, where these things should not be thought about. After some time, enough is enough. Come back there. So what happens to people? That is where you take, if you really want to solve a problem, take a holiday unto yourself. When you go for, listen carefully, when you go for a holiday, the so-called holiday, you you keep your problems suspended for 7 days. When you go for a holiday, family is suspended, office is suspended, engagements with every other type of kind or every other person is suspended. You feel holiday, holiday, holiday. Then what happens? When the holiday comes to an end, the suspended states, they start resuming themselves. You are getting into problem. But suppose you want to take a holiday, don't go to a place, go to yourself. That is why in meditation, understanding of yourself, when you are going on a holiday, the ahankar, the I thought, taking, leave from some roles and picks up a new role and enjoys. Other things remain suspended. That becomes very nice. That is why even the meditation becomes useless. Because in meditation, when people do that, no thought, no thought. So you go there, stand in front of, like many people do that. They go for a meditation holiday. Then they stand for 7 days, no food, no talk, look at the wall, and 7 days. Total mauna. It's like, so what have you done? All other things remaining suspended. Your anger, hatred, jealousy, because interaction is not there. 7 days, no interaction. So you feel you have become an enlightened sage. Right? The moment you step out, Ravana steps out. Because all suspended thing comes back. In the process, you have your purse is lighter, accounts is lower, but nothing has happened to you. Listen carefully. It's like you park a car. You park your car in an airport, 7 days you park for 7 days and go away. After 7 days you pay for, what have you done? During that time the car has improved. The same condition in which you are parked the car, the same condition, but only thing is the airport took 300 rupees or 5,000 rupees for your thing, right? So people, in the name of meditation, they go for the meditation camp. They park the body there. 7 days, no food, free. That's excellent, eh? Good for the organizers. Eh? Anyway, so park your body for 7 days. You are not dealing with your mind. You are suspending your mind. Thoughtless, thoughtless, thoughtless. No, understand the mechanism of it. Or else, for 7 days parking fee, you pay and come. Same idiot drives and comes out. But if you go there, understand the mechanism of the thought. That is why teaching is, understand, teaching is not simple withdrawal from the object. Not keeping away from the object, but seeing the mechanism as to why this anger comes. What is hatred? What is jealousy? In fact, there is no emotion without the I thought. In perception, there is no emotion. In the world, there is no emotion. So, because of my involvement, all this thing happens. So when I appreciate myself who I am, life is beautiful. When it is beautiful for myself, na dhavati jana kirnam, no more you are running to the crowd for solace, nor you are running away from the crowd for solace. No more you are running to isolation for solace, nor you are running away from isolation for solace. Yatha tatha, yatra tatra, samayeva avadishthate. Yatha tatha, as it is, yatra tatra, wherever it is. Samayeva avadishthate. You are absolutely comfortable with yourself. Is there anything better than that? Tell me, where you are happy, I shall send you there. I am happy here, send me there. We should have a holiday. Fantastic. Have a holiday from what? Have a holiday from the engagements. You can't have a holiday from yourself. If there is an ahankar, this I thought is there, the person doesn't know about anything about himself, even when you are taking a holiday from your office, you don't take the holiday from your individuality. So the fellow is always there. Before even reach the place, he has reached. You land there, he also lands. Now he was complaining about the friends. of his colleagues, now there he shall complain about the air hostess. Or he shall complain about the food. Here is your subordinate cheating you, there the hotel people are cheating you. So because for you the perception is everybody cheating you. So wherever you go, everybody cheating you. So you create a fantastic problem wherever. It's fantastic because you are fantasizing, all the time fantasizing. But if you are comfortable with yourself, where should you go? Where shall I say? Why should I go anywhere? And where shall I go? Why should I not go anywhere? Choice is yours. You are comfortable here, comfortable there, comfortable everywhere. Because you are addressed with yourself. That's not. So samayeva avadhishtave. Always addressed with himself. Okay? And then just with this chapter comes to an end. We have seen enough. This has gone on for 6 months now. More than that. But very good. Now we just read it. We shall see tomorrow. It's very beautiful. Read. That is 19th chapter we begin. Okay? And this 19th chapter makes me laugh because in Bhagavad Gita, how many chapters are there? 18 chapters. And there is one brahmachari. The fellow is such a nut. Anyway, when somebody asks him, hey, are you going to give a program? Yes, I am going to give a Bhagavad Gita program. And what is the chapter you are taking? 19th chapter. He doesn't know anything. Mahadeva. But it's very funny, very funny. Because he was working in a bookstall. He was working in the ashram bookshop. So he shall say, hey, you will tell us, you guys, you are useless, you don't know anything. I know all the Upanishads. I know all the Brahma Sutra, I know everything. You ask them the price, I know. So he brings in money for the ashram. We are only eating. Anyway, such a fellow, very, very sweet. So he shall say, so what chapter you are going to talk on? 19th chapter. So today it is 19th chapter of ASHTAVAKRA. Read. Janaka uvacha tattva vijnana sandarsham adaya hrudayodarat nana vida paramarsha salyodhara kruto maya Janaka uvacha tattva vijnana sandarsam adaya hrudayodarat nanavidha paramarsha salyodhara kruto maya kva kvacha va kama kvachartha kva vivekita Advaitam kvacha vadvaitam Swamahim nisitasya me. Very good. We shall see tomorrow, but just see the first verse. Okay? Very nice. Now Janaka has been listening to these wonderful things, Imagine this last 18th chapter, what is 100 verses are so sweet. He said each one of them is like a jewel. Why is it so? Because you are a jewel. Always focus on that. Verses don't make you wise. You are the wisdom itself. It is your description. You only see that this is my description. Previously, I was taking myself to be, I was taking myself to be everything that I have. Whenever they ask me, who are you? I shall refer to what I have. Who are you? PhD. Are you PhD or you have a degree PhD? Who are you? Managing Director. You are the poster, like that fellow, Louis XIV. I am the state. Why people thought he's stupid? Because what is I am the state. Whenever we are asked who you are, always we tell ourselves through things that we have. I am young. You are young or your body is young. Till that, many people will be confused. Then suddenly they say, what is it? What type of philosophy is this? Philosophy. Don't bring philosophy. It's not philosophy, it's a reality of life. How can you call yourself young? Your body is young. Because after 10 years, before 10 years, you are telling, I'm a baby. After 10 years, you are an adult. This much should wake you up. Or as I told you, when I was young, now it's a frustrating statement because now I am old. When I was young, oh, pathetic statement. How pathetic? Or arrogant. I was poor. Where from this voice comes? I am rich. This you understand from this. That is why for the ignorant people, you can catch them from their words, from their descriptions. What they are talking, the way they are talking it. Totally involved and lost. There was a time, meaning now the present time is useless. So now there was a time, so that means this time is stupid. I'm waiting for something, and that means this is now miserable. I'm waiting for the future. You waste, waste, waste. Because of this, everybody suffers in life. Bhagavan, our Janaka, having listened to it, see the statement he gives. Amazing statement, we shall see. One principle, you watch it, then the whole thing will be clear. Tattva Vijnana Sandasam Adaya Hrudaya Udarat Nanavidha Paramarsha Salya Maya Udhara Kuta. Maya, he says, he talks to his, ASHTAVAKRA. Tattva Vijnana Sandasam Adaya. That, the pincer, sometimes this, in the medical, you have seen that, no? In medical, thing, suppose there is the example is little here, but don't feel here. Suppose you have got a wound, and in the wound there are some maggots. How nice is it? Have you seen that? In the human body, these big fat maggots will be there on the body. So what the nurse will take from the hand? They'll take a pincer. That they hold it. Suppose they have cut they are cutting flesh. Take pincer. So pincer, you use it, remove everything that was giving you pain. You remove that and throw it away. That example he has given. Sandasam, that is Tattva Vijnana Sandasam. Oh, ASHTAVAKRA says, having received that pincer of wisdom from you, and using that, Hrudaya Udarat, from within the belly of my mind, Nanavidha Paramarsha Salya Udhara, Nanavidha Paramarsha, different types of conditionings, ideas, opinions, which were tormenting me inside continuously, I have removed one of them, each one I have removed. Maya Uddhara Krutaha. By me, every one of these things have been removed. Listen carefully. So, suddenly don't say, but Swamiji, I have removed 50, another 20 left out. The example is limited. This knowledge pincer is not one after another. It is simultaneous. Because, these examples are such, under that, the ignorant mind can find a fantastic shelter and a confirmation of his idiocy. And say, yes, that's true. So many opinions, conclusions, ideas, conditions I had. I have removed so many. That is true. In fact, you don't remove anything, you counteract everything. That is why this vasana tyaga is a horrible nonsense. Vasana means what? Oh, so many vasanas are there, you must remove all your sasana, nirvasana. Simple thing, Somewhere it is written Shankara's work or somebody's. Vasana dividha proktam. Simple words. Vasana dividha proktam. Shuddham cha ashuddham eva cha. There are two types of vasanas. We'll see that when you come. The principle, let me tell you, we'll see that. You, having listened to all these things, you yourself can do it just like that. There are two types of vasanas. Relative world, Shuddham, Ashuddham. Some are Shuddha, pure. Other is Ashuddha, impure. Other translation. Acha. What is that now? Shuddha, Ashuddha now? Simple. Ashuddham kama sankalpam. Shuddham kama vivarjitam. Simple principle. Ashuddham kama sankalpam. Any thought, any emotion, any thought or any impression is Ashuddha if you convert it to a desire. Shuddham kama vivarjitam. If you do not convert a thought to a desire, that is Shuddha. You understand now? So, thought is bad or good? It depends on you. This particular stone, what is this? This paperweight, this is good or bad? Tell me. Afraid now, right? You say it is good, I'll throw at your head, right? You say it is bad, I'll put it down. What do? A person went to a king and he said, do you know what is in my hand? Is it alive? There is a thing in my hand. Is it alive? The man said, King, you are playing smart. If I say alive, you will squeeze it. If I say dead, you shall release it. Don't take it as a story. People play this game throughout their life. They shall make the good rotten, they shall make the rotten things appear good. You help somebody, what shall they say? Fellow has black money, why should he not do it? You don't give it, other romba miser is. What is in Tamil word for miser? Kanjan. Okay, Kanjan, huh? Kari? Karmi. Okay, so you know that word, okay? Karini, Kanjan, okay? If you don't give, Karini, Kanjan, okay? And if you give black money, why you did not give? You help somebody, he has nothing else to do. Don't help somebody, the fellow is a rascal. So good or bad? So when people comment on you, they comment on you or they comment on their attitude. If they get something from you, you are the most wonderful person. If they don't get something from you, you are the rascal number one. These are, understand, so these other people are doing to you. Listen carefully. Only other people are doing to you. You are doing to yourself. When you recognize you are the absolute happiness, every thought is good. But you do not know that you are the absolute happiness, your nature, then what happens? Thoughts, so somebody has given you the suggestion. Meditation means no thought. So, when there is no thought, I am in meditation. Some thought, I am in agitation. Not only am I in agitation, I am looking for meditation. This is the shalya. These are the pain inflicted on you by yourself. Somebody has put these conditions. Many people have put many conditions inside you, within you. And you have added to the list plenty. If they have given us few, you have multiplied it. Everybody. So shall you blame them? Don't blame them, because that forms the part of our growth. You have to know about it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pain, pleasure, all these things you have to know. Everything you have to know about it. But to fall a victim, thought means agitation. Absence of thought is meditation. Both are shalya. These are like painful things inside you. Singing is very nice. Keeping quiet is boring. You understand how many such ideas are given to us? Believing in God is wonderful. Disbelief is painful. Who said that? Belief and disbelief are meant for you. Because of a belief you don't exist. Because of a disbelief you don't disappear. Because of riches you don't exist. Because of poverty you don't disappear. Because of renunciation you don't exist. Because of indulgence you don't disappear. So your nature, understanding of yourself is so paramount, so important. Once you see it, then what happens? You counteract all the thoughts. Are you getting that? Not that the thoughts are removed. Not to feel rich, shall I remove my riches? Not to feel I am mortal, shall I kill my body? Not to have a headache, shall I remove my head? Think. Not to be proud, I should resign from my post. The beauty is being in the post but not proud. Living with the body yet not mortal. Living with riches yet not arrogant. Living in renunciation, total poverty, renunciation, but never feeling poor or renounced. Complete counteracting, where you understand about yourself, and thereafter, since you accept yourself for who you are, you no more attempt to project yourself through things that you have. Are you getting that? When you are comfortable with yourself in who you are, will you like to project yourself through things that you have? To a dead body, what clothes we should provide? How shall we dress up the dead man? Listen carefully. A dead body, does he have a choice? I want this dress only, this color, only red, only white, only green, only yellow, these are mix. Dead man? Everything is fine. Anything you provide, listen carefully. So therefore, dead man does not mean therefore, I am so happy with myself, even if my body is suffering, I don't care. You may choose not to care, but if you choose to care also, it doesn't matter. This is so fantastic. No more a victim of a condition. Therefore, kva dharma, kva kama, kva artha, kva vivekita, what is right, what is wrong, what is dharma, what is karma, what is good, bad, all these things no more ever tortures you. We shall see next class, where you see yourself as you are. Remember, if you are affected in life, please close your eyes for a minute. If any time you are affected in your life, it means you are looking at yourself through the things that you have. You are looking at yourself through ideas that you have. You are looking at yourself through the opinions others have, the thoughts that you have. Imagine when you look at a mirror, the mirror instead of showing you who you are, the mirror makes it, demands that you should see what it shows. is a convex mirror, concave mirror. Your face is distorted. Every row, a concave, convex, or any type of permutation combination of mirrors that distorts you. Who you are cannot be distorted. If you are feeling distorted, you are looking at yourself through a row which is like a convex or concave mirror. Sarida to throw out the mirrors? No. See the original face. Enjoy different faces through different mirrors. Thank you, friends.